good afternoon, or whenever you're watching. Oh, how you silence the noise, or why you need to silence that noise, and two skills that you as an entrepreneur or network marketer need to master ASAP. We're going to talk about that today. And also, I'm going to give you 5 tips of how you can sell, because we were told we're in network marketing. We don't have to be salespeople, and we don't. We share, but it is selling. It is selling. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to give you 5 tips of how you can do that in a way that's not sleazy or salesy or icky or something like that. It's things that I'm working on myself. So yeah, have you ever had that little voice in the back of your head that says negative things? I know I have. I do all the time. I have to push it out, right? I'm sure that you can relate to that. We all have conversations with ourselves. And it's depending on how that conversation goes, it either helps move us forward or it holds us back, right? So because we can do such a good job talking to ourselves, down on ourselves, we don't need to listen to the outside noise. We don't need to listen to the other stuff and other people. So we need to, my kids are home from spring break, so hopefully this goes well. We have to silence those so that we can master these 2 other skills and move forward in our success with our business. And also, we've all seen it. We've all seen that I joined a company, I started my own business, here's my product, and tons of product photos posted up, and join me, join my team, it's the best around. And whereas we all think that, we all think our company and our products are the best out there, better than anyone else. But there's a way to that I've learned and I'm learning and getting better at, that I want to share with you, that we can sell or serve better. So we're going to talk about that. So stay with me. I want to give you lots of value in this live training. And also you can shoot over to my blog, because this information plus lots more is over there too. So whether you're on live or you're on replay, most of y'all at this point are going to see this on replay. So please post below, hello, drop your city and state so I can see where you're tuning in from, and say hi to you. So let me know if you have had the negative self-talk, you've had the negative comments from other people as you started your business, your online business, your network marketing business. You've had people think you're in a scam, a pyramid, all that. If you can relate to any of that, post below, because we're going to talk about that. And I'm going to give you 2 things that we have to master right now in order to take our success to the next level, and also some tips on selling or serving without being icky and salesy, and where we can go forward in confidence, okay? So you started your MLM business, right? And maybe I've talked to some people who have tried to recruit me, and at a certain level in mine, you can't start another one. You can't be in 2. And so I've had some people who have tried to recruit me and ask, and I'm like, oh, I can't do another MLM or network marketing business because of the status that I've achieved and the one that I'm in. What's an MLM is what they respond back with. So maybe you don't even know you've joined a network marketing company or an MLM. You just joined because you love the products and the opportunity that it could potentially give you. I don't know how loud my kids are to you guys, but to apologize in advance. Zane! Because I warned them I was doing this as we got on, but they were just having so much fun in the other room. So all my mamas out there can relate. If you're not a mama and you can't relate, I mean, we're sitting here having a girl talk. So if you can't handle the kids, then you're not my cup of tea, and you probably won't like my trainings, because life happens and my kids are my life, and so they're going to be noisy. But anyway, you love the products, you're excited about them, and the opportunity of earning some extra cash or an income to replace what you have or want to have was exciting to you. So you're excited, you start sharing, you start posting all the product pictures from your company page. We've all seen it. I've done it, so I'm not making fun here. But we're also told, I'm trying to gather my thoughts here, we're also told that it's easy. Oh, it's so easy to share. Oh, it's not selling. You have to be a salesperson. Just share. Easy, what we have to do. Easy, yes. Zane. Easy, yes. Simple simple things that we have to do, yes, but easy, I have found to be not so much. It's a little bit more difficult than that, but that's what we're told. Share, just share. And I shared for a long time and nothing happened. There's some things that you have to do outside of that will help you learn some skill sets, because you can't have a business. And I'm just respectfully disagreeing here. Yes, we share, but it's how we do it that makes all the difference in the world. And so we're told that you're a boss now. You're a CEO. Think like a boss. Think like a CEO. And that's how we should act, behavior and our habits, what we do, and how we grow our business. That's what we're told. Yet we're told that we don't have to sell. For me, that includes that whole frame of mind of think like a boss, think like a CEO. That includes me being in sales. And once I accepted that and continue to accept that as I move forward in my business, I feel more confident and more excited about what I have to do and my role and my job. To have a business, you have to have a product to sell, and it has to sell. That's what makes a business a business. So to say that we don't have to sell is a little bit misleading in my opinion, but we are sharing. It's just how we do it, like I said. So you start sharing. Maybe you're lucky like me and you don't meet much resistance in your world or negativity straight away. I didn't. I mean, of course, we all experience the no's. Drop me a 1 if you've experienced no in your business, because we all experience those, and those kind of get you down until you just get over it, right? And sometimes they still poke you a little bit. But if you don't have that negative self-talk before, you sure do now once those no's start coming in. So especially when you run out of your warm market because you haven't been building your overall network. So you have a downward slide and the sales go down, people stop joining as much or stop altogether. That it gets frustrating, and then that's when you're at the point where I'm sharing, but nothing's happening. It's where I was, and I love learning about this business and network marketing and MLM, and I love learning technical side of things, and I'm very systematic. I need to know the system and what comes next, and so that's also very hard for me to build. But I came across these trainings not too long ago that really spoke to me, that just hit me over the head like, okay, but it was from a company I'd never heard before, and of course I was skeptical because I bought into a lot of different programs, and a lot of them I love, but I just couldn't get myself up and going. And this got me excited again because I started doing the trainings, and I started holding myself and producing things for my business a little bit differently. A little bit more confidently, if you will. So some of this stuff I already was thinking and I already was starting to implement, but these trainings that I'm in, this mentoring company, gave me permission to embrace the way I was already starting to think. It gave me permission to build the way I was thinking, to stand out from the crowd by branding me and not the company, to stand against some of the teachings that were inside my company and other companies too. Today's world is so different compared to some of the big names in my company anyway, of when they built. I can't build the same way that they did. And I just don't have the personality either, I think, to build the same way that they did. So I have to do it differently. You have to do it differently because social media is so much bigger now than what it used to be for some of the big names, like when they built their business. So we have to do it differently. We have to stand out from all the white noise in the news feed, and I think we have to be a little bit more strategic about our actions and what we do. So, I'm getting notifications. Sorry. So you and I have to brand ourselves to stand out, and not to be salesy about it, not posting stock photos. In fact, don't even mention your company name. The big names out there are suggesting, those in network marketing, to not mention your company name, but to sell or share, knowing that you are in sales too, and to have a business, you have to have those two things, a product and sales. So we've got to drown out the noise. And when I first started reading this article that inspired me, which there's a link on the blog to go to that article and read also, I started focusing on, okay, you got to drown out that noise. And I was thinking, first thought went to in my head, yeah, I got to stop that negative self-talk. Second thought went to other people and what they think about what I'm doing, and need to just silence those, ignore them. I'm doing my own thing, and I'm doing this for me, and I'm doing this for my family, and it's something that I enjoy. So I got to stop those naysayers, right? But then a third thought came in. And this is where, I don't want to offend all the people who are at the top, because I'm not a top earner yet, but I don't want to offend how they built. But my thought also went to that we may have to go against the trainings or silence the many different trainings that everybody produces inside our companies. There's so many ways to do so many different things. And sometimes we just have to block that noise out. If we're on one path, we can't just keep hopping around from path to path. So maybe we got to silence them, and maybe just for a time, and then go back to their training, or go back to, if someone is, if you're not doing Instagram, then you are not going to make it. You've got to be on this. So you go over there, and someone else says, you've got to be doing Snapchat. So you go over there. You've got to stay in your lane and be focused and learn something, master it, and then move forward. So maybe it's just silencing them at a short time, or maybe it's that what they're doing is not working these days because they built in a different time, or maybe it's working for them, but it's not going to work from you because you have a different personality, a different way of thinking, different methods. So there's so many different reasons why, but I started to have these thoughts myself before I found this mentoring company, and that teaches people how to build in their network marketing. So anyway, you have to find your path and what works for you, and stick with it and embrace that so that you can then flourish, right? All right. So are you with me? Is this good stuff? If this is kind of speaking to you, can relate at all, then post a 2 below, because I want to hear that that I'm on the right track here. And even if you're watching the replay, still post it, because I want to know where you're at and how you're thinking. So there's 2 things. I know you're like, well, get to it. There's 2 things that we have to master right now to start seeing success. And this first one, don't roll your eyes at me. If you've been doing any kind of personal development at all for any length of time, then you already know what I'm going to say. And it's one of those where you hear and you're like, I know, but we really need to know and do this one. So this one is mindset. We have to, this is the first and the most important for me, a must that we must develop and master, and not just one time, but over and over and over and over again as we face new challenges and stuff, because only you only can make this business work. And how you're thinking and how you talk to yourself and what you're telling yourself and what you're telling yourself not to listen to, only then can you move forward to master the second skill outside of mindset. So we just need to learn a few skill sets. Only you can decide, yeah, I'm going to make this work, or only you can decide, no, I suck. Even though you don't. You just need to learn some skill sets to move forward. And then only you can make yourself decide to quit. And you don't want to do that. It all depends on how you talk to yourself. So we've got to develop our mindset. You have to do that, like I said, to master this second part, to work on that. Because if you have to stop, well, let's say your mindset just completely just gives out and you don't carry through on the towel, then you'll never get to the second part, right? Or let's say you get to the second part, but you haven't really been working on your mindset, or you don't work on it continuously, then you've got to put this second skill set on hold to go back and work on it again. And I think it's a continuous thing, but when you drop the ball completely and just give up for a while, which I've totally been there and done too, it makes it kind of hard. So we have to master our mindset. Got that? All right. If you got that, put a 3 down below, because I want to know you're still with me. Okay. So go work on your mindset, get some training, develop your affirmations, change the words that you say to yourself, and change the words that you say to other people, because how you talk about your business, even if you're not successful yet, and about what you're doing. when someone used to ask me, what are you going to do after the kids go back to school? Like, homemaking isn't, being a stay-at-home mom and just taking care of my kiddos isn't good enough. I've got to go back to work. Like, what are you going to do to help your husband out? This is what I heard. And I would respond with, well, I hope that this thing over here with this side project that I'm doing will work. I got to change that. You got to change that. Or like, well, I'm working on a side project that is going to move me forward, and I'm taken to the next level, so that will keep me home and I can still be a stay-at-home mom yet contribute to the finances. It's all about what words you say to yourself and other people about your business and how you say them. I said it real timid when I was like, oh, I hope it works out. But when I changed my words, I said it taller. I was more confident, and my voice showed more confidence. So anyway, master that and work on it continuously. And take quitting off of the table. It's not, okay, I'm going to do this, and if it doesn't work in X amount of time, I'm just going to quit. Well, if people have said that to me before, and I'm like, okay, well, you've already quit. And those people do move on to quit. Time framing on that is a little bit different, but if you have it in the back of your mind that you're going to fail at this, that it's, if it doesn't work out, then I'll just quit. Then you've got one foot in and one foot out, and you're not fully committed, so you're limiting your reach and your success. You don't want to limit that. So, all right. So the second skill set that we need to work on, and I know you're like, come on, give it to me, is commitment and connection. And I know that's kind of like two, but they kind of go hand in hand in my mind. So we're going to talk about that. Commitment, showing up every day, doing those things that you know you need to do for your business to move yourself forward. What's important? So if you want to do blogging, then make sure you're doing that consistently. If you've got to do XYZ, just do XYZ for your business every single day. Some of these I'm getting so much better at, and others I'm like still, I don't do that, and I'm fighting against it, but it's part of our commitment and we should be doing it, right? Amen. Post a 4 below if you're like, yes, or an amen. Yes, we have to be committed. This is something that, again, I'm still working on, and we all need to work on this. And sometimes I think it, kind of ebb and flow. Sometimes we're really good at it and we're on the money, and other times we've fallen off the wagon, and we got to get back on our consistent train and do that. Finding what fits for you and what works and how to do it and when to do it, all that stuff we've got to figure out. And it's coming for me, and it needs to come for you too. And I know that it will if you start working on it. And hint, everybody who's anybody is saying live video is the way that you need to do it. And I know that's scary. I was super scared at first too, but you get better and you get more comfortable. And it's the way things are right now, and it's the way things are moving. So implement that into your must-dos for your business. So you should start building this consistency so that you can start to build trust and provide value and build an audience and a followers. Start giving value to others through your posting, your live videos, and if you're doing a blog post or what have you, to build trustworthiness and authority and posture in your business to give you confidence to present yourself to your clients, your future clients, and anybody that you come across to as you're in this for real and you are a professional and this is something that's legit and that you are going to move forward and be successful at. I struggled with this for a really long time, but I accepted it and I'm accepting it now and moving forward in that. Moving forward in that thought of, okay, well, I don't know much. I'm not an expert in anything. Whatever you do know, and you do know something, is more than what someone else knows. Or maybe they know it. They just need to hear it from you said in your words. Like maybe someone just needs to hear it from me said in Lindsay language that will help open their eyes. I mean, it's like your spouse. You say something and they're like, oh, yeah, I don't know. And someone else says it and it's like, oh, so-and-so said that's such a great idea. And you're like, said that 3 days ago. That was really my idea. But whatever you have, and you do have some kind of skill set, knowledge, or whatever to share, it's worth sharing. And it's worth putting yourself out there for what it can do for your future. So before we can sell, we got to build that following and that audience. And before we can build that following and audience, we've got to put ourselves out there by providing value and giving, whatever you're learning, turn it around and teach it in your twist and put your flair on it. That's what everyone does. So learn, turn it around. Invest, learn, teach. That's what they always say. Invest, learn, teach. Just popped into my head. Invest in the time to learn it and then turn it around and teach it. That's all you have to do. It's super easy, right? All right. Are you following me? Post a 5 below if you get that. You need to commit and connect with your audience and build that trust value, the like, know, and trust value. Another little phrase that gets passed around a lot. All right. So the tips that I told you I was going to give you. How can we do this? How can we focus on what we do need to do is focus on the customer, what they're struggling with, their pain points, and they're probably the same thing as, I just had a thought in my head. I just came in, I'm like, I don't know if I introduced myself at the beginning of the video. Anywho, welcome. We've got to address their struggles and their pain points. And it's probably something that you're going through or have gone through and you've overcome. So, for example, I struggle and I'm still struggling, but I've overcome a lot. It's good to share. You don't want to share anything that you're like boo-hooing and you don't know how to offer hope at the end. But, so I still struggle with losing weight, but I also have overcome losing weight. And so I'm not like, oh, I can't lose weight, but follow me and come join me on my programs. I mean, I'm not offering hope there. It's like, I'm still struggling. I'm in the middle of the journey right now, but I have the solution that has helped me lose 80, 50, and 60 pounds. Come join me and we'll do this together and I'll show you what has worked for me. That offers hope. So I've learned something through a struggle of some kind. I turn around and teach that. Same with this. I struggled so long in business and figuring out what my purpose was and how to move forward in the online space. And so now I'm turning that around and I'm helping to teach other people. So that's how you do it, right? Okay, so next, you offer them a solution by putting some free value out there. Kind of already touched on that. One of my favorite mentors and not only her, but tons of people say you have to give free value before you can ever ask for the sale. So put out, give free value, and, oh, that sounds bad. Put out good free value. And then later on, when you do offer an opportunity for someone to buy, they know, like, and trust you, and you're able to get that sale. Next is honestly want to help them. Yes, we're in business. Yes, we have to be in sales, but we honestly want to have it in our heart to help people and not just go after what we're trying to get into our bank account. So whatever you're trying to get in your bank account, don't let that override the honestly want to help them, the servant's heart that you need to have. All right, I'm trying to not go too long. This is really long. Okay, so next is listen to them. Listen to them and make sure that your product and your service or your opportunity is a good fit for them, because if it's not, then you're going to repel them instead of attract them to you. So start providing that correct solution to them. Next one is to start providing values to others, which we just talked about. Invest, learn, teach. Learn something, turn it around, and teach it to someone else through posting, through a blog post. And you don't have to be like a super big blogger and great writer. Just be you and get it started. Imperfect action is the best. So there you go. That's what I have for you. I went over the time that I meant to. I don't want it to be so long, but it's so many good things that I just want to share with you. So what do you do next? I want you to start training your mindset and start taking care of that and building it, improving it every single day. Knowing that you are in sales, but you don't have to be salesy to keep going, to do this, that you can do it in a better way, a right way. And you're going to do it differently from this point on, right? You're shaking your head yes with me, right? Right. Yes. Okay. So I highly recommend the 2 next steps that I have for you, because it's free. It's free to you. Why not take advantage of free, right? All right. So the first one is, it's a branding boot camp that I'm literally creating and putting together right now. That is free. Now, I can't promise that in the future the entire thing will be free, but get in on it now so that you can have what's free, because it is right now, because I'm creating it. Hello. I am creating it. I am uploading it, and I want to share all this good information with you. It's called Boss Lady Branding. Information should be below. There should be a link to click in it. A link to click. Hello. And then also take advantage of this free 10-day boot camp with a mentor of mine who teaches you attraction marketing. That's going to be the big pink button right below this video on the blog. If you're on Facebook, go over to the blog, which is linked in the comments. Click on that also and get that free information. It will change your way of thinking and doing business also if you're in network marketing. So go and take advantage of those 2 boot camps because they're honestly really, really good, and you'll want to use those. Okay, hold on, I'm almost done. Okay, hold on, almost. All right, so Lexi, we let the dogs in. They're barking. Okay, I'm almost done. Okay. So, again, all this information is on my blog, so head over there. The link's in the comment description below here on Facebook. If you're on my blog, pink button below, get you the 10-day Attraction Marketing Bootcamp taught by my mentor, Fernie, and then also my Boss Lady Branding Bootcamp that is coming. It's up and coming. So take advantage of that, and then also post below your takeaway, your biggest takeaway from this video, because it's lots of information, and I think a lot of people need to hear it. I know I did, and I wanted to share it with you. So like it, comment it, and share it out so someone else can get this too and grow their business. We're all in the industry. We all need to make this industry be perceived as something positive and not have a negative connotation to network marketing and thinking that we're just scammers. So anywho, I am going to go. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate your time here. I'm sorry that it was so long, but it's such good information. Apparently my son wants milk. So bye. Yeah, bye. Say bye. Oh, he calls it Bat Milk because he is obsessed with Batman. All right, so I'm going to go. Thank you so much for joining. No, oh, okay, all right. Let me say bye, okay? Shh, be quiet. No, bye. Okay. All right, thanks, guys. I'll talk to y'all later, and that's all. Good luck in your business. Reach out if you need help or whatever. I'll talk to you later. My mind is so distracted. Okay. Okay. Gotta go. Bye now.